I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make... You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious... Vea? The new apprentice? Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but make sure you don't anger Vea's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out, I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. I'd rather not. She's particular about her secrets, and I don't want to get on a bad side. You should keep that in mind too, if you plan to...
Oh, Gilan, look! A Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just... well... there's no good way to say this.
Say what?
Marry me?
Are you serious?
That's... not the response I hoped for.
Gilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
And this is why you've been so nervous.
Yes. Wait. Did you just agree to marry me?
Yes, Gilan. 12 times yes. My dear, distracted, adorable archivist, I will marry you.
That's wonderful!
Isn't it?
Oh, Bravura, you won't regret this. You are the stars to my sky.
Did you just come up with that?
Well, no. I've been saving it for the right time.
So I was right. You're a sword for hire. Excellent. Piqued your interest, have I? Capital. There are only... Foreman Knox is somewhere in Balmora. My dear brother prefers... Oh, I have, but Benner tells me nothing. You haven't heard the rumors? The cursed mine of Vasir Didenot. Well, the mine has underperformed for years. I'd actually considered selling it. Anything out of the ordinary. I don't suppose you'd know the difference between pure ebony and... Never mind, just Give the mine a good look and keep an eye out for mischief. I have many important clients that... Well, the key should be no trouble. My brother is away at the moment, and the house guards are not exactly the keenest. That's the rub. The mine is well guarded. My brother insisted that I hire only the rowdiest and most ill-tempered mercenaries. I'd prefer to avoid bloodshed, of course, but I don't want to tip my brother off. If he is...
Have we met? I don't remember. Oh, if I lost it, I'll never forgive myself.
Ow! Stupid dog. What happened? Let me see. I just tried to pet it.
You shouldn't be here. Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the..." Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell. It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew is... Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get... I'm hurt!
You don't look like one. Really? The savages barged into the deep.
I try not to be superstitious. That brings me bad.
Aid! Did you find what you... Of course.
Leave me, Outlander. An assassin.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her! Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me. Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snake face to face?
Not what I expected. You have a habit of turning up at the most... Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't... Hero, we really need to stop meeting like this.
Come out, little assassins! Or is the Morag Tong too scared to meet the powerful snake face to face?
How sweet.
I'm Malakat's sacred tusks! You won't get past me!
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Tovani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Tovani know. I'm sure Mage Valen will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am. I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here. I have to admit, when I... Well, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Veya's going through a difficult time right now. I know you, hero. It's old man Eris I don't trust. He didn't tell you about Veya's brother, did he? How House... Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Veya's safe and you'll see her soon, but no more outsiders. If my organization... Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Veya agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word. Ah, were you imagining a hot bath, a bottle of wine, and a secluded cottage with a roaring fire? Me too. Instead, we're up to our armpits in the usual... I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, Veya and I have a history. Her brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. That was her decision, not mine. Veya's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. She's a natural at this, and it gives me... That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again... Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists.
defense always a good attack?
Customers are always welcome.
I'm surprised to see Freya. She won't gnaw you as when next you see that.
Well, look at that. Now you said I'd find you here. Did I mention here? Never. Look, I know. Then you understand. Ugh. What are you? Then you understand. Ugh. As I understand. What are you implying? Well, not all of us.
I hope to be done here soon. A toast to drinking!
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths. Whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Vea believes that... Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins.
The Gart is on its way, intruder.
I need a break.
Halt! You're just another lowlife fetcher. Now get lost, scum.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire... Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted. There's an abandoned cave along the coast. It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just Vea would face too many temptations here in Balmora. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights... Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement. Well enough. Ulron and Vea used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that... It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon. Anyway, my assignments always brought me... Anything's possible, but the Ulron I know holds honor above all else. Vea's young, bored, and danger's a relative term. Especially...
You could buy a fella a drink.
You're sure it's Vea? House Redoran isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten's scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferrara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the... the Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made My mercenaries have spotted Vea skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Vea's brother. It's a sad story. Killed one of... Ulron always had an unnatural attraction to the Ashlanders and their savage ways. He felt that an Ashlander life was worth more than a Redoran life. The Count Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Ferhara's warriors are surprisingly effective. I employ them, as you say. Ferhara's war claws take their contract as serious.
Ferhara assumes the Counselor's minions will not present a problem for the war clause. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Ferhara. I leave everything else to your discretion.
You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing...
At houses? Wait, Bravura? You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.